Today's topic is electrostatics of conductors. Already we know the properties of conductors in static situation. Clear? So let us summarize that. First of all, under static condition, the electric field inside a conductor is 0. Why? Suppose there exists one electric field here. You place a conductor here. Inside that conductor, there will be a charge separation, polarization will occur. The polarization will occur in such a way that there also exists another field in between the conductor. That is called the induced field, EI. It is your E external. Clear? So these two fields, they are in opposite direction. Clear? Because the charges, the positive and the negative charges, what is there, the free electrons will try to move to the opposite end, means opposite to the electric field, external electric field. So here this end will acquire a negative charge and this end will acquire a positive charge. So there exists a net electric field that is called induced electric field because of the external field. And why so? Because this field is induced because of the presence of the external electric field. If there would not been have any external field, EI would be 0. Now the net field inside the conductor is EX minus EI. So it is equal to 0 because for a conductor these two fields are equal. So inside a conductor no electric field exists and no field lines can pass through a conductor, remember. Then second one, suppose there is a conductor, you are giving some charge to it. That charge will reside on the surface. And suppose there is a solid conductor, solid sphere, conducting sphere, you place some charge by any way inside it. All the charge will try to reside on its surface. That's why no charge will reside inside a conductor, and if a charge will be given, that is called your excess charge, the excess charge resides on the surface. And this is most important here. Already we have discussed electric field is perpendicular to the surface. That we know. If electric field is not perpendicular, suppose let's say it is a conductor, and electric field is directed in this way. If electric field is not perpendicular, see like this, so we can resolve into two components, one perpendicular components and one parallel components. Because of this parallel component, whatever the charges reside, means free electrons that usually reside on the surface of a conductor, these free electrons will try to move and they will try to constitute a current on the surface current. And that surface current we have not observed till date. That's why this parallel component won't exist. Also only means electric field won't be like this. Electric field only we can get in that perpendicular direction. That's why your electric field is perpendicular to the surface. V is constant within and on the surface of a conductor. This is new here. This is a new point. Try to understand. V is constant. And we know this idea we can simply mathematically see. We know E is equal to minus dV by dr. Electric field and potential gradient, the relationship. If inside a conductor the field is 0, means if E is equal to 0, it implies dV by dr is equal to 0, which implies V must be a constant because derivative of a constant must be 0. It means suppose you take a conductor like this. Let's say I took a conductor, spherical conductor. At the surface, the value of the potential is V. Let's say I took n different points, V1, V2, V3, V4. Here the value of V1 must be equals to V2, V3, V4 is equal to V at the surface, which is equal to V. Means this each and every point inside the conductor, the potential has the same value as that on the surface. This is most important because of this reason. Got? And this already I have proved. Electric field on the surface of a conductor, it is given by sigma by epsilon naught, where sigma is the surface charge density. Remember, if the charge on the conductor is positive, then the field is directed outward. If the charge nature is negative on the surface, then the field is inward, perpendicularly inward. Clear? And this is the most important here. Another point. that is related to your electrostatic shielding. That means electric field inside a cavity of a hollow charge conductor is 0. Suppose you have taken a conductor and you found there is some cavity and the conductor is having some charge. Let's say, as it is a conductor, any charge given to the conductor will reside on its surface. Clear? So there is a cavity here. Inside this cavity, the electric field is 0. Why? Because if you take a Gaussian surface, inside that Gaussian surface, it encloses no charge at all. Because of that reason, if you apply your Gauss law, you are going to get the field here inside this cavity is 0. Clear? Means this region is free from the outside electric field. Any influence, outside influence, electrical influence won't affect or whatever means affect this region, as the electric field is 0 there. Clear? Means this region is shielded from the outside electric interaction. Clear? That's what we can say. Like, because of this reason, when lightning, suppose you are moving on a car and lightning strikes your car, because inside the car, because outside region is a conductor, so when a charge flow of charge occurs there, that charge reside on the outer surface. It won't affect, it won't passes through the inner surfaces because of your electrostatic shielding effect, and you are safe. So while lightning and while you are moving in a car, you are safe inside because of your electrostatic shielding. Thank you.